What's going on, guys? Love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night, Evloev versus Murphy. Prediction breakdown here, guys, over there in London, England. The O2, 14 fights in the card, a banger card here. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Depending on the time zone you are, could be different time. 1 p.m. Eastern time here, right? 14 fights, banger card, other good matchups on this card here, guys. We're going to fly through this real quick but accurately here. 14 fights. Before I get started though, guys, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up, man. Get this video out. Get the algorithm on my side. Leave comments. Also subscribe to the channel as well. Also check out Wayne Gitchy, my other channel. Also check out my Patreon account for my face prediction and prop plays. You can also donate to my PayPal account here, guys. The links will be down below. Let's fly through this real quick here, guys. Not this out accurately. First fight, we got Melissa Mullins versus Luana Carolina. With Mullins here, she's kind of hittable at times. Well, a lot of times she's hittable. Doesn't really take a head off center line, kind of walk forward. We'll look for takedowns. But she's durable though, tough. But you know, you can be tough, durable, but it'll take a little more than that. If you just keep getting hit to the head consistently over time, it will take a toll on you going long term, right? Like I said, we'll also look for the takedown. But she's just hittable, man. From the fights I've seen, she has skills, she has potential, but against Luna's like a, from a kickboxing background, from I believe Muay Thai, I believe. She has improved a lot as far as her takedown defense, but she can still get taken down. But she'll pick you apart with a hand, set up from the outside with the kicks. She also can get hurt by shots too. But this fight here is a toss-up, guys, 50-50. Like I said, with any woman fight, guys fight too, but especially the women fight, it's a toss-up, man. And anything can happen here, guys. But I'm gonna go with Luna. I'm gonna say Luna by decision, guys, 50-50. Next fight, we got Shanelle Dyer versus Ravana Oliveira. This chick here wasn't a contender series, but I believe she lost her fight. But against Carol, she looked like the UFC like her. Because they're giving her a shot here. I believe it's not even a short notice, but they're giving her a shot here. But I mean, they will do that if you go in there and then put on a good performance. Even if you lose, they will give you a shot still, right? She has a Muay Thai background. Actually, she doesn't look bad. Mix it with techniques well, good leg kicks, fight long, look to counter. But she doesn't like to be pressured too much. So when you pressure her, she doesn't do as well. You can catch her with shots, with hook shots. You can hurt her in the foot. But overall, though, she has potential, man. Her skill set, her Muay Thai is not actually bad. Against her opponent here, Oliveira, slightly looks kind of green in a kind of way. Doesn't really give much resistance, which is perfect for Dyer. Doesn't really pressure, like I said, which is perfect for Dyer. Will leave herself open to get countered, which is perfect for Dyer. Everything here is perfect for Dyer, for Dyer to win this fight. Kind of swings kind of wild, leave herself open, doesn't pressure much, which is perfect for Dyer. Like I said, UFC likes Dyer, man. That's why they're putting her in this position. They like how she flows. They like Dyer has like I think she has like a head kick on her, but she set up with the punches for the head kick. Like I said, she's very aggressive. She looks good. Depends on who she's fighting. A person like Oliveira is, I guess, a perfect matchup for her to win. So I'm gonna go with Dyer. I'm gonna say Dyer by decision. Could also be a KO TKO, but again, these women fights, women can knock out too, but it all depends. I mean, this is not really a high caliber fight as far as like the matchup's not like like a Chechenko or Amanda Nunes. You know what I mean? So, but I go with Dyer. I say Dyer by decision, 50-50. Next fighter, we got Shamrock versus Ali Selawada. I think I pronounced that right. Shamrock here, this guy here came in here, fought to leave. He's getting taken on a lot. This guy here pushes more submission game. Look to submit you. He has striking. He's kind of well rounded. I mean, he's not bad. He wasn't a good fight winning streak here until he lost to Aliyev. That was his first fight in UFC. But Aliyev is like a grinder. But Rock will look to submit you, man. His opponent here, I must say Abdul. Abdul will mix it up. very powerful guy, push forward, but can get hurt in the foot, can get knocked out. I believe he'd been knocked out probably like, I want to say like he'd been knocked out like 4 times. It just seems to be kind of doesn't handle the shots too well, which your face is not meant to get hit, but some guys, they will call them like kind of chinny. As soon as they touch them, they kind of go out. I think Abdul is kind of like that. He doesn't really handle a shot too well. 4 by knockout loss. This guy was mixed up as well. Power hitter, will gas out in the fight. Definitely not like a leave, like the Rock's last opponent. I'm going to push towards Rock here, guys. I'm going to say Rock by submission in the first, but I'm not confident in this play. All right. Next fight here, we got Louis Sutherland versus Brando Peričić. Louis, I don't know. He pushed for the takedowns. I'm gonna say you kind of push a high pace in the first, but he gasses out, man. Mostly punching power. He looks kind of out of shape against Walter Walker. He gasses out real quick. Got heel hook. Gave Walter Walker his 4th heel hook in a row. I don't know, man. I'm kind of liking Brando. I feel Brando is just more well-rounded, aggressive, goes forward. Like I said, more well-rounded. The pack power. He will look for. He has some takedown defense. Will also go for the takedown. He mixed up well. I feel with Louis is just kind of like doesn't look in shape. Gasses out real quick in the first. Just relies on the overhand. I'm gonna go with Brando. I said Brando by KO TK in the first round, guys. But these are both big dudes, man. So anything is possible. So like I said, Louis could connect to Brando and hurt him. Because Louis will try to come in and then start throwing heavy. But I say Brando by KO TK first. Next fight we got Antonio Ciccoli versus Mantas Kondratavičius. I think I got that right, guys. Ciccoli is still in there. Wow. This is a guy here that his last time he won was 2021, man. That's the last time he had a win. 3-fight losing streak. This guy is a poker champion. I see him, when you check out his Instagram, he's playing more poker and winning championships, which is great. Hats off to the guy. Overall, all positive vibes, all love, man. But he would drop the ball when it comes to the fighting in the UFC. He has punching power. We look to take you down. We look for submit you as well. So he's well rounded. He's just not consistent and hasn't won in a while. He's been winning a lot in poker. So it is what it is. His opponent here, Mantas will also mix it up. Looks for takedown, submission, or knock you out. Scrambles very well. And he pack a 1-2 down the pocket, man. His 1-2 down the pocket is devastating. He finish you off with the 1-2 straight on the pocket, right? So that's if you want to say that's his bread and butter there. A guy like Ciccoli, I mean, you can't really. It's difficult to pick him, bro. Can he win? Yeah, because again, a guy like Mantas coming off the Contender Series, but Ciccoli is just knockout, submission loss, back-to-back guillotine choke. And can he beat Mantas? Yeah, I mean he can, but Tristan Gore beat him. A guy like Malik and Magomedov are kind of, I don't say they're at a high level, but they're more of a prospect kind of vibe. So, it is expected. But Gore, on the other hand, is like, I don't know, man. I got to go with Mantas here, guys. I don't like picking guys straight off the Contender Series to win, but just especially for Ciccoli, he's just not consistent. The last time he won was 2021. He's been getting finished back-to-back. I go Mantas. I say Mantas by KO TK in the first round, but this is a fight where it's like, man, you could probably pass, man, because like I said, yeah, Mantas look good in the Contender Series, but then somewhere another comes in here and then Ciccoli catches him with a punch. Because a guy like Ciccoli will come in here and start swinging well and just let the hands go. You know what I mean? So you just never know, man, in these fights. But Mantas by KO TK first round. Next fight, we got Mário Pinto versus Felipe Franco. Pinto here. Pinto's been looking good, man, and he shows that he's well rounded. In his last fight, he pushed a lot of wrestling against Denise. Taking down Denise, he wasn't mixing up with the striking. He's just getting takedowns, and that's how he pulled off the win. Punches from Mount. So it shows that he has a well-rounded game. He's not just boxing or striking, right? His opponent here, Franco, though. Franco is short notice. I believe Franco is well around for that. See, we looked for the submissions, knockout 100% finishing rate. Looked to wrestle in the beginning. He would grind in the beginning, but then he would gas out though in the first round. Come up the contender series, lost in the contender series. He got subbed in this fight in the contender series, but he slowed down, man. He's kind of greenish, man. I mean, from what I see, this is a fight for Pinto to win, guys. I said Pinto by KO TQ in the first round, guys. All right. Next fight here, we got Nathaniel Wood versus Lerone KO. Wood here is a very skilled veteran guy, man, and he shows it time after time. He can be a grinder, and he won't give up. Like a zombie vibe, he keep pushing the pace. He can get a hurt in the foot and recover, come back and win. Decent boxing, his fundamentals are good. Like I say, he can get flash knocked down and hurt, but he can recover and come back. Against his opponent Keto, I'm gonna say Keto. Keto was supposed to fight Pitbull, man, and then he didn't make weight. Came in at 149. Hasn't fought since 2024, and then he missed weight. He has experience on him. He's only lost here because of injured foot. He's gonna be the quicker fighter. He looks to counter. He has a speed advantage. But overall, when you watch him fight, man, he kind of wild at times, kind of swinging. His fundamentals are not as clean as Wood. I think Wood got better boxing, man, and better fundamentals, man. And like I said, is he gonna make weight? He didn't make weight the last fight, and the fight got cancelled. Wood is just experience, man. Just the fundamentals I feel from Wood is better. This guy just more athletic and fast. And obviously can swing the hands and let the hands go. And sometimes his head can be up in the air. I just feel Wood has better fundamentals. But there's a speed advantage, though. I'm going to go with Wood, guys. I remember this fight is over there in London, man. So a lot of these guys on the card are from that region, like Wood. So it could favor them to win if it goes to decision, guys. You understand what I'm saying? So just be careful with that. I'm going to go with Wood. I'm going to say Wood by decision, guys. But I'm not confident because, like I said, with Keto is pretty quick, man. He could definitely have the speed advantage, bro. And he's very elusive. But he's just fundamentals, man. You can see some certain things he's doing is just, he's like open. And Wood can capitalize on that. He could get a split decision or decision. So Wood by decision, 50-50. Next fight, we got Mason Jones versus Alex Solo. Mason Jones is the next zombie dude here, man. Durable, won't quit. Would push a high pace. Can get hurt though and not down, but he recovers well. This guy's a fighter, man. Just comes in there and just bite down and goes. But like I said, he's technical as well. His opponent here is Sola. Sola is more of a karate-based skill guy. Will mix it up, look to counter strike. Can get caught with shots. Sometimes his chin is high up in the air. Especially when he's backing up, you can catch him. There's a fight here where Sola is technical and definitely can sniper Tom. But if he doesn't sniper Tom and take him out, I feel Tom is going to get a decision on him. So I got Tom by a decision. He's going to have to pretty much knock out Tom to win, in my opinion. The longer the fight goes, it's going to favor Tom. Because Tom, like I said, the zombie's going to keep coming. And Solo can get backed up. His head is straight up when he's backing up. So I got Tom by decision, guys. Next fight here, we got Kurtis Campbell, Pink Panther versus Daniel Silva. I was kind of going for Daniel Silva. I feel Daniel Silva could be the more technical boxer here. We'll mix it up, go for takedowns, everything. And I start looking more into Kurtis. And Kurtis is not bad, man. He also mixed up as well. And his striking looks pretty decent, man. He looks to grind. He also looks to wrestle as well. Coming from the contender series, he actually doesn't look bad, man. And what I see from Silva, there's times where Silva will looking good in the first, And then into the second, he starts to slow down, like his mental state is not there no more, and he looks confused. And he's like just letting the guy win. He's letting the person get upper hand in him. That's why he keeps going to split decisions a lot. You know what I'm saying? Split decision against Almeida, split decision against Josh. It just he's giving the fight away. And against Pink Panther over there in his hometown, I don't know, man. I'm kind of pushing for Pink Panther, man. I'm gonna say Pink Panther, the Pink Panther by decision, guys. But I'm not confident. All right. Like I said, I look more into Kurtis, and like I said, he's coming to contend the series. But other fights, he looked pretty decent, man. Pretty decent kickboxing vibe on him. Mix up the punches with the kicks. His movement is good. His grappling is good. Everything that Daniel Silva does, Kurtis, I believe, does it pretty much similar, if not better, with cardio, and he doesn't break under pressure or looks confused. So give me Kurtis decision. Next fight, we got Roman Delantis versus CLD. This card is a banger, man. You got all the good movers and footwork guys in this card. Yeah, again, it's an England card. Most of those England cards, those guys are very seasoned with striking. Very good with movement and more karate, boxing base. They have better fundamentals, in my opinion. Roman, man, he pretty much is what it is. In the beginning, he was more like, looked like he wanted to grapple more, with pushing submissions, then come heavy-handed. But his striking is just not that good, bro. Hittable, looks confusing there at times. I mean, he's wild, will swing, try to take your head off. But fundamentally wise, CLD should win this fight. CLD is more versatile, more athletic, consistently improving, unorthodox striking, has a karate kind of vibe with him. You know what I mean? He's just, bro. Marco Tula. A lot of people had Marco Tula winning. Also me. Marco Tula is, from what I was looking, I was like, man, Marco Tula looked like he could be a contender. Like he was going up, climbing the ladder. Like he looks like, like he was one of those dudes, right? And I thought CLD wasn't ready for it, and then I was wrong about that. What do you think he's gonna do to Roman? Exactly. I got CLD by KOTQ in a second round, guys. Roman is lacking a lot of things as far as like fundamentals, man. His ground game is what's good, like his grappling, but he doesn't really use it as much. And then he gets tired. And then he just stands there in front of you and just eating shots, man. Standing in front of CLD, he's gonna get sniped on. Elbows, knees, spinning back kick. He's gonna like freestyle on him, dude. He's gonna freestyle on him, bro. You know what I mean? So I got CLD by KOTQ a second, man. If he's not moving his foot and being in like kind of like a like an in and out movement, like be in a relationship as far as like touch and go and like be on your bike, you'd be a problem. You can't sit in front of guys like CLD. You can't sit in front of guys like MVP, CLD, MVP. You can't sit in front of those guys. Guys like Nathaniel Wood. You can't sit in front of those guys like that because they're gonna sniper you. They're gonna sniper. Even a Lerone Murphy who moves good as well. These guys look to counter and take you out. You sit there in front of them, you're going to be a punching bag. They're going to target practice on you and do all type of different techniques they want to do. Probably make it a highlight reel on you, So you got to keep on the bike. You got to keep moving your feet. That's why I like this card. A lot of good fighters on this card. A lot of good martial artists, I should say. Right. Next fighter, guys. We got Iwo Baraniewski versus Austin Lane. Iwo here, man. This last fight there was like a barn burner. Like it was like a bar fight. Let me see here. This guy here, I'm just reading my notes here, has a big amateur background. His amateur is massive. 8, 16, and 3. Pack power, accurate, durable. This guy is very durable, dude. Can also get hurt on the feet, but he's durable, and he won't give up. Like he won't stop. He just keep coming, but he will brawl though, and that's the thing. Austin Lane on the hand. Austin Lane, I mean, we all know, the guy, he does his thing, but he's not durable at all. Zero durability. Zero. So if punch touches him, he is going to go out. So what Iwo did in his last fight here against Ashin, or Iwo, Iwo and Iwo, what he did to Iwo got hurt in that fight and recover. If Iwo touches Lane with one shot, the first shot, Lane will go out. He's not going to go back and forth like what Iwo and Iwo did. Like they're back and forth, sleeping each other and waking back up from consciousness. Like losing the consciousness and recovering, losing consciousness and recover. Just for a little while. The first shot line on Lane is going out. So, but Lane will also throw heavy as well. So it's one of those fights where can't really sleep on Lane. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to disrespect anybody in here. These guys are in here, obviously because they belong in here. And sometimes they will use guys. How can I say it now, man, without being disrespectful? It's like sometimes they would take guys and use them in that kind of sense, even though you see this guy on a 3-fight losing streak, 2-fight losing streak, but he still has skills and he's still coming here and can win a fight depending on the matchup. But sometimes they pick guys to actually see them also get knocked out because they need somebody, to make the fight exciting for a finish, knowing that I was going to knock out Lane. And then the way how Lane falls down or how he gets knocked out, it's exciting for people to see. I'm just keeping it real with you. So sometimes they will use guys back to back. You see them keep using guys back to back, like 5-fight losing streak. And it's like, why do they keep bringing these guys in? Yeah, because they want them to get knocked out. Because they need guys to fall. But it fall in the sense of like they're not rigging the fight, but it's just that they're known to get knocked out, and Lane is known to get knocked out. He's not durable, but that doesn't mean that he can't throw his hand and catch Iwo on his chin, because Iwo will also brawl as well. And Lane has more experience. Lane has knocked out 6 times, bro. So he's known to go down. I'm just keeping it real with you, right? But Iwo will come in here and start brawling as well, but he's never been finished. And I say Iwo is more durable, so it doesn't take rocket scientists to figure it out. Like, what I'm saying? It's, if Iwo catches Lane just for the first shot, Lane go out. So I'm going to go with Iwo. I'm going to say Iwo by KOT in the first round, guys, but still be careful, man. I'm saying I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to, pretty much like disregard a next man's skill, because Lane is still skill and still has potential. Your chin not meant to get hit, man. If they're both of them are swinging, and Iwo swings, and this happened that Lane didn't get connected properly, or he just move out the way, and then he counters and then catch Iwo, and Iwo goes out. It is what it is, man. It just be an upset, right? So Iwo KO first round. Next fight, we got MVP versus Sam Patterson. MVP, good movements, martial art background, unorthodox striking, skilled, touch and go, improved ground game, sniper. This guy pretty much consistently improving his ground. His striking was always there, but he's versatile. Read you from your movements, switch stance, touch and go. Just pretty much sets you up. He reads you, and then he reads off of your flow. And then off of your flow, depending on what you're gonna do or before you do it, he counters you. Patterson is not bad, man. Don't sleep on this guy. He's a very well-rounded guy. Got the ground game. Will submit you. Also will strike with you. But the thing about him, he's very tentative with the striking. Like when he's striking, his chin is high. He seems very irky-jerky with the strikes until he gets kind of confident with himself. Then he will let it go. But striking, as far as between these two, MVP all the way. But Patterson has the ground though, so be careful with that one, man. He rides his chin high, like I said. There should be a win for MVP, man. But, because what I see from Patterson, he is hittable, dude. He's very, very freaking hittable. Very hittable and can get knocked out, right? And I say MVP. I was going to say first round, but I say MVP maybe second round, because MVP usually feels out the fight. Like I said, Sam Patterson is probably going to look for takedown in this fight. And like I said, his ground game is not bad, but it's just the movement and the flow have to go with MVP, man. It's like Sam Patterson is very irky-jerky, kind of stutter-stepping, kind of second-guessing with his strikes. And in this fight, if he was nervous with Trey Waters, you can tell with Trey Waters was slightly kind of nervous in the beginning until he kind of felt himself out, and he actually beat Trey Waters, with strikes, and Trey Waters was pretty similar, not like MVP, but I won't say similar, but has the same slip and move, touch and go, hands low, kind of make your opponent come, like he reels your opponent in and counter them and kind of smooth in the foot. Similar to like what Page does, not the same, and just had that flow, that shell defense kind of vibe, and just smooth with it, and he got caught by Patterson with a 1-2 on the pocket with a hook and put him out. So, but I like MVP. That's MVP in the second round by KO TKO, but don't sleep on Patterson, man. All these guys belong in here. If they're here, of course they belong in here, man, and he can, trust me, now he has submissions, man. He can get you back and all type of things, so be careful. MVP second round. Next fighter, we got Luke Riley versus Michael Ashwell Jr. Our next guy here, and Luke Riley, who is very devastating striking, man. There's good kickboxing style in this guy, man. Accurately, kind of remind me of a Wood also, like a Wood, like a prime, like a prime Wood, right? He moves well. Boxing is good. His fundamental is good. Can get taken down, but sometimes he baits you with that. Sometimes I feel he does it on purpose. Let you take him down and burn yourself out, and then in second round he come in here and finish you. You know what I mean? Like he does that. So he give you that false sense of security, like, oh man, I'm taking him down and beat him up. He's not doing anything, and then in the second round you start to let his hands go. Like, what the hell? Where did all this striking come from? And he's very accurate with it, man. Very accurate. Scrambles up well. Very accurate. Very technical kid, man. Ashwell, on the other hand, coming up the Contender Series, which he actually lost against the guy that Riley beat, but again, MMA math, you don't want to mess around with that. Lost to OK. You know what I mean? Ashwell is like a bite down, kind of grindy, push forward kind of guy. Will also tend to stay out on the outside as well. Look to take you down. Flat footed, square foot, bad form, bad matchup. Bad matchup. Square, stutter stepping, hittable, pause in between shots, freeze. That's Riley all day. Riley by KO TKO in the first round, guys. Yeah, I told you with these fights, with these guys like a Page and a Riley's and a CLD, you gotta be confident and you gotta be relaxed. If you ain't freaking relaxed and you're all tense and tight and square foot, you're gonna get sniped on, bro. They're gonna use it like target practice. They're gonna highlight reel you, man. Luke Riley by KO TKO in the first round, guys. Next fight, we got Movsar Evloev versus Lerone Murphy. This is interesting, man. I see a lot of people look at it and want to go for Evloev, which I could get it. Evloev, American top team, which is very important to look at that. Those guys make a lot of good matchups, skill sets, prepare the fighters, depending on the opponent they're fighting, create a good game plan, I should say. This guy here is a grinder, kind of like a Khabib, will look to take you down, grind, but he hasn't fought since 2024. And if you notice his fight against Arnold Allen, I rewatched that fight. Allen actually won the fight, bro. I say Arnold Allen by split decision, man. Yeah, man. And he had problems taking on Allen at times. And Allen was catching him with shots. No, guys. Somebody gotta go. But Lerone Murphy got a freaking high-level fight IQ, bro. His fight IQ is very, 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 very freaking good, though. Look what he did to Aaron Pico, man. Aaron Pico resorted back to that aggressive movement he did, or pushing forward a lot. That's what keep getting him, finished all the time, because he's so forward aggressive, and they studied him well. And Lerone Murphy caught him in the corner, but Lerone Murphy moves well, counters well, bro. His IQ is high. He's smart, bro. And mentally, he's been through a lot in his life, man. I think he got shot in his face or something like that. He got hit off his bicycle, broke up himself, broke up his leg or something like that, almost hit his head, he almost died twice. Yeah, as far as his body, transitioning to that next level. I don't like to use the word die because you don't really die. The energy just transfer over. But, this guy been through a lot, man. This guy here been through a lot. But when you've been through a lot like that, and you're still here, and you're still around, bro, those guys that been through a lot, been through the dark, had to go all the way in the dark and dig themselves out to the light, Them guys you don't want to mess around with like that. 'Cause those guys seen it, been there, and battle it out. I like Murphy in this one, bro. Evloev is good, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong, and he can come in here and grind 5-round fight. But look how Evloev look against Allen. And Evloev haven't fought since 2024. You know what I mean? Murphy ain't no joke, man. Murphy takedown defense ain't bad either. It's not bad takedown defense, bro. It's not bad takedown. And he took the fight against Pico on short notice. Back to back. After Josh Emmett, they went to Pico 2 times before in 2025. Murphy ain't no... I can't... People are sleeping on Murphy, but Murphy ain't no joke, bro. When a guy like that, I told you, that guy been through a lot, man. That guy went to the dark, had to find himself and pull himself out on many occasions. And not only... Man, not only... I'm not even talking about this UFC game. This is a game, bro. I'm talking about his journey in life, his true journey, his true reality that he goes through day-to-day basis. Shot in the face, all type of things happen to him, and him pull himself out of that darkness. When you can do that and still keep mentally strong and focus, and don't show no pain or suffering or anything like that, or don't show no depression and no fear or nothing, that's bro. Evloev hasn't really. I don't think Evloev even been through that. And like I said, skill-wise, Evloev is good, but stand-up-wise, Evloev ain't close to his stand-up at all. Movement-wise, Evloev kind of sloppy on the foot when it comes to the movement. Stutter step, freezes up. Like I said, most of the cars there, some of those guys got freeze up in front of those guys that can move. Is target practice. This could also be a finish by Murphy. Believe me, I say that. It could be a finish. But Evloev is tough and durable. But the takedowns are there, but Murphy's seen that, and he's seen that against Zabara when he fought him way back, and that was his. I think that was a short notice fight for him. That was his first fight he got in the UFC, and he was only 8-0, bro, at the time, and he went to a split. He was getting taken down, but he was holding his own though. And he was landing strikes. And that's not even him, you know what I'm saying, like in the UFC, like 5 fights in. You know what I mean? So this guy here, he's improved over that. He's improved over time and gotten way better. His fight IQ gotten way better. He has more understanding, more understanding of the sport, more understanding about what I'm doing. He feel himself more. He's more connected to himself inner. I got Murphy, bro. It could even be a split decision. It's a 5-round fight. I got Murphy, bro. I said Murphy by decision, dude. All right. Quick look at the odds here, guys. See what we're working with. Them crazy odds. Crazy odds. Feeling this one, guys. I don't know. I'm just feeling this one today, man. I'm feeling this one. I'm pumped. I'm freaking pumped, guys. I'm feeling this one today, man. I don't know. I just feel super hyped. I don't know, man. That's natural adrenaline there, baby. Natural endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, baby. Let's get it, man, all night. Come on, man, where is that? These things are always mixed up. All right, I got Luna, 134. I don't disagree. It's an even fight, close to even. No problemo. Dyer, 450. Boy, they want Dyer to win. And they set this fight up for Dyer to win. But like I said, man, women fight like this, Dyer for contender series, bro. I wouldn't mess around with this at all, man. Even though Dyer is supposed to win, I wouldn't mess around with it, though. No, it's too damn high. It doesn't make any sense. It's ridiculous. Shamrock and Abdul, even fight. Close to even. I have Abdul slight favorite. There's no problem. It's close to even. I don't disagree with that. Brando and Louis. Got Brando at 265. I really don't disagree with that. I feel Brando's a better fighter here. I feel Louis just out of shape. He just doesn't look good in there, man. But still, big dude, swing heavy. Never know. Be careful. Big heavyweights. Matas and Chokoli. Matas at 750, 800 from contender series. Nah, man. Bro, come on, man. I got that Trincoli still has a chance, bro. He's not like, you know, he doesn't have a puncher's chance or submission. He has that, bro. So be careful with this one, man. Like I said, this fight here, you could just dog or pass it, man. I wouldn't be high in matches like that because, like I said, contenders, you see it all the time, man. These guys from contender series coming here, and yeah, and Trincoli got submitted back to back, and then Trincoli pulls off a knockout win. Happens, man. Be careful. Pinto at 900. I don't disagree, man. What I see from Franco, good chain wrestle in the beginning, but after the first round, he tired, or in the middle of the first round, he gets tired. And against Mario gonna sniper him up, man. So yeah, I don't disagree with that. Odds are high, but there's a reason for that. Ketia 250 trillion. I disagree, man. I disagree. This one I disagree with, man. Wood is a veteran, prospect, experience. I feel Wood has a better fundamentals at striking. I got a Ketia has more. He has more athleticism and speed. It's, you know, play a factor. But I wouldn't have him at 250 and something like that. So I'll be careful with this one, especially over there in England. Wood is from England, from London, man, or wherever it is. England, London. He's over there in that region, bro. All right. Mason Jones and Sola even fight. I like Mason Jones, a slight favorite. It's kind of like close to even too. I like Mason Jones. So like I said, if Sola don't take him out, sniper him out, Sola has that movement, sniper like, but he's hittable, and you can pressure him and put him against the cage. You can put him where you want to put him eventually. So if he doesn't stop Jones, eventually Jones going to take it to where he wants to take it. Danny Silva and Kurtis Campbell, Pink Panther. Be careful with this one. I like Pink Panther, but like I said, Daniel Silva is still alive, bro. He's still alive for a win, bro. So be careful. Daniel Silva is still a skill in technical boxing, striking as well. So I actually went for Danny Silva and I switched my play to Kurtis Campbell after looking more into Kurtis Campbell. So I'll be very careful. This one, like it's Kurtis Campbell is also from that region as well. So be careful. CLD in the house against Ramon. I like CLD. 400 and something. Yeah, man. What I see from Ramon doing in his prior fights. Nah, man. If he's gonna he's gonna freeze that in front of CLD and stand there, bro. He's gonna be a speed bag. He's gonna be a target practice, bro. That's pretty much it, and that's pretty much what he's gonna do. So. Austin Lane against Iowa 600, 700. Yeah, I mean, Iowa catches him one time. It's not going to be back-to-back flash knockouts. It's going to be one time, and it's over. Lane is not durable. Lane is not durable, bro. When you're knocked out 6 times, you're not durable, man. You're not supposed to get hit in the head regardless. It is your head not meant to get hit. But some people can take the hit. And some people can't take it. Lane can't take it. So at 600, yeah, but don't sleep on Lane though, because Iowa last fight he was swinging back to back in a bar fight, getting hit and losing consciousness as well. So be careful. MVP against Patterson, MP at 188, 200 and something. Yeah, I mean MVP. Yeah, I like MVP in this one, but they see they're not so high in MVP though, because they know Patterson has the ground game. Patterson is well-rounded, has a ground game. Page is well-rounded too, but Patterson will look to take the fight to the ground. Page won't. Page just want to keep the fight where he wants to keep it in long range so he can sniper you up. Where he can draw you in and target on you. So, yep, I get Page, but like I said, still be careful. Riley 235 against Ashwell. I like Riley. Odds on 200. That's fine with me. I feel Riley's a way better fighter. Lerone Murphy Evloev at 200 and hey, I disagree with that. The fight's way closer than that, bro. The fight's way closer than that. You couldn't even make it even. Yeah, just to be fair. I wouldn't put Murphy as favorite because, like I said, Evloev, the takedowns could be an issue. But Murphy has shown consistent improvement and fight IQ getting better and better each fight, bro. I like Murphy, man. Especially as underdog. We know most of these fights, especially the main fights in the card, usually the underdog is the ones that usually come and win, man. So just keep that in mind. All right. So that's it right there, guys. That's some predictions, breakdown right there. You guys keep on kicking. Any positive quotes I want to leave you guys. In a world that's, sometimes most of the things that push on you is negative, especially in the news and the media. You got to keep a positive mindset and just pay attention to what you're doing. That's the best thing I could tell you. Focus on what you're doing and get whatever you need to get done, which I mentioned this from before too. Just get what you need to get done, and that's pretty much it, man. You know, when you're looking over here, looking over there, it's good to, you know, to show some support every once in a while. Nothing wrong with that. But when you're too much over there, too much over here, there, you're getting distracted too much, and you can't focus on what you're doing. Everybody is doing what they want to do, and that's just what it is. You know, a lot of people really don't really care about you, to be honest with you, man. And everybody just chasing things, chasing. You're not chasing though. You're just putting the work in. But most of the work should be done where? On the inside of yourself, on the interior. Do a lot of interior work, right? The other stuff on the outside is just material, just say illusions. You know what I mean? You can't take it with you. There's just so much you can do with it. And eventually after a while, it gets old and it gets bored, and then you get depressed and you get lonely. When you work on your interior self, you won't get bored, you won't get lonely, because you tap into your inner self and you find out who you are and you learn more about yourself, and you tap into your mental state and you work on your mind, meditation, and all these things helps you go in long term. When you only relying on on material illusions to fulfill you, that's when you get depressed, that's when you get lonely, that's when you get suicidal. All these things happen, man. You're looking towards other people, to other things to help me. Hey, help me. Nah, you gotta help yourself. It all starts from within yourself. You gotta tap into your inner self. Some may say, but how do you tap in? Find a quiet place, find something that you love to do, and make what you love to do something that's gives you that feeling inside, that let go, that disconnection from the outside. Singing, dancing, playing basketball, martial arts, yoga, you know, calisthenics, something that make you focus in that present moment. That's what you want to do. That will help you to meditate and just free yourself. And try to do that at least 10 to 15 minutes a day. You need to move every single day, man. Trust me, for your mental state, especially now in this world we live in, with a bunch of technology just happened, the whole technology is always spiraling up and getting more and more intense. Social media, the negative news, everything is just so fast-paced. You know, the internet, the computers, all these things. If you only connected to that only, you're going to mess yourself up. I'm doing predictions here, but believe me, I put my time in on this. 1 hour, 2 hour, put my time in, I'm done. That's it. I go meditate, I do martial arts, I make different videos, I do other things. I just don't focus on this alone. No, man. You know what I'm saying? So I put things in my life that's going to inspire and motivate people, because also you want to motivate other people too, because that also helps you, because what you put out is what you get back. All right, guys? One love out to everybody. You guys keep on kicking, and us.